almost as if it's not okay if we make that decision as an adult to not get the vaccine.
We should have a voice while trying to be safe.
So you just heard from a few Coker students. They're required to wear masks while indoors, and that's how some of them feel. Leaders at the University of South Carolina implemented a similar policy, which was pulled back after the state attorney general asked them to.
For Coker semester officially starts next week, but for the students moving in today, they had some mixed feelings about having to wear one of these at the start of the year.
Then when I heard we had to wear a mask anyways, I was kind of caught off guard, like why did I get vaccinated?
Last week, Coker University officials decided to require masks indoors, whether you're vaccinated or not, ahead of the fall 2021 semester. The policy is also encouraging social distancing and for those unvaccinated to provide a negative COVID-19 test weekly. Coker's vice president tells me this policy is all about getting back to normal as quickly as possible.
What we've heard overwhelmingly from all of our students is they want us to go as back to normal as possible this year. They want as many activities as possible. They want to be back in classrooms with their teachers and not online. And when we looked at the numbers in terms of vaccinations on campus, what we realized was we had to go back to masking indoors.
Rickard says he wants to keep this new policy in place and is hoping state leaders will let independent institutions do what they feel is best.
We believe we're doing what's best for Coker. We're doing what's best for Hartsville. And would love to believe that the governor and the legislature are going to let other institutions do what they think is best. But right now, our focus is strictly what is in the best interest of Coker, and we believe this policy is it.
Rickard says once the vaccination rate between faculty and students reaches 80%, then some of the restrictions will be lifted. But some students aren't sure enforcing this type of policy is the way to go.
Even without pushing someone to get vaccinated, you're pushing them because basically the whole student body is waiting on these few people to get vaccinated, this percentage, in order for everyone to go back to normal. So I feel like it's kind of intruding on someone's personal beliefs on if they want to get it or not.
I was fine with the COVID regulations because I just want everybody to be safe and have a safe and fun school year. So whatever it takes, mask or no mask.
As of today, university officials are reporting 80% of faculty and staff are vaccinated, and more than 50% of students are vaccinated.
For students moving in, you are required to show a vaccination card or a negative COVID-19 test within the last 3 days, or you're not allowed to move in. But university officials will direct you to the nearest place to get a rapid test.
For those who got vaccinated today say they've waited it out, and now they say it's the best time to get vaccinated, like that mom who says she's taking her children's responsibility for their health in her hands.
This is nothing to play with.
Clarissa Godbolt says she's taken the Delta variant seriously, and she's not toying around about her kids getting the vaccine either.
But me, as far as my household, mine's gonna have it.
And after a lot of thought,
it took me about 8 months to think about it, but now I got it. I done got it. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't around here hopping and doing all that crazy stuff people said that they doing. I'm good. And my kids, they gonna get it.
Godbolt stepped into this vaccine clinic at Grice's Recreation Center. Unfortunately, she and her kids were turned away. The clinic was offering the Moderna shot, and you have to be at least 18 for that one. But the Godbolt family is going to search for Pfizer.
They gonna be in school around them other nasty kids, and look, this is not nothing to play with.
I'm going to school this year. I'm gonna be in the building. And there's a lot of students that's more likely that's going to school this year that's not vaccinated at all.
DHEC's data shows around 26,000 residents 12 and up are eligible for the vaccine in Marion County, but only a little more than 11,000 of them are fully vaccinated. That's about 42%.
Everybody's health should come first. Like, health is very important.
Inside the Marion Vaccine Clinic, organizers say sometimes they only get 1 or 2 people during the 4-hour-long event. They resort to making phone calls to encourage people to come get the shot. Others hold themselves accountable for their health.
Young adults should be the first in line of trying to get it because we're the ones that's out and about now.
Yeah, I've stood right here today and watched people plead and beg with the service desk at the Spirit Airlines desk right here at the Myrtle Beach International Airport. Now, one family from Boston was set to fly home today, but now they'll be staying in Myrtle Beach until Sunday. For many, this is just one canceled flight that has started a chain reaction of challenges to overcome.
I mean, yeah, at the beginning, we didn't even want to travel anymore. We were like, let's just go home. But we have a very important reunion in Wilmington, so we decided we had to look for other options.
That was how Sonia felt at 12:30 yesterday afternoon in Dallas after learning her Spirit flight to Myrtle Beach was canceled. An already lengthy wait to speak to customer service was even longer for her because she speaks Spanish.
We had to sit there and wait for the one person who could speak Spanish. And some Spanish speakers there told us they couldn't even help them because they had no staff who could speak Spanish.
About 5 hours later, they were given American airline tickets, but nothing more for the wait.
They just changed it. You said from this point forward, you have to talk to American Airlines for whatever you need.
In response, the airline says they're giving out flight credits, hotel vouchers, or refunds, but what they offer depends on, quote, each guest's individual circumstance. Now, Sonia finally got to Myrtle Beach around 1 a.m., but by then was late for her car rental.
When we arrived, the office was closed and we had to wait outside the airport until they opened the rental offices.
24 hours after the process began, she's finally in her hotel room, but having a hard time starting her vacation.
We're just exhausted, super tired. We didn't eat until 7 in the morning the next day, and we're a little angry.
Her flight to Texas with Spirit is scheduled to leave this Monday. She's hoping by then it'll all be sorted out. Now, we counted nearly 40 flights total to and from Myrtle Beach today were canceled among Spirit Airlines. That's 19 departure flights. I talked to the airline today. They say that today was a little bit better than yesterday, so they say they're moving in the right direction.